iOS 26 recently added 5 new ways to customize your iPhone. iOS 26 introduced a bold new liquid glass design, and subsequent updates have added new ways to customize not only how your iPhone looks, but also how it works. Here are 5 recent new customization settings. Apple has a broad customer base, so understandably the iPhone's new liquid glass design hasn't been everyone's favorite. Rather than tweaking liquid glass for everyone, Apple instead decided to add an optional settings toggle. Available under Display Brightness Liquid Glass, the setting offers 2 liquid glass options. Clear retains the same style of liquid glass that's available by default. If you don't like the clear look, however, or perhaps find readability a challenge, the tinted option will increase opacity and add more contrast system-wide. Not too long ago, the iPhone offered far fewer methods for launching the camera app. The main method for a lot of users was, and for many still is, swiping left on the lock screen. However, in 2017, the iPhone X introduced a dedicated on-screen camera button. In 2023, the Action button became a camera launcher for many, and in 2024, Camera Control debuted. Despite this abundance of new options for launching camera, the previous swipe gesture was still always available and couldn't be disabled. But as of iOS 26.1, Apple finally changed that. If you like the lock screen camera swipe, it's still an option to this day. But if you never use it except by accident, there's now a toggle to turn it off. Inside Settings Camera, you'll find a new lock screen swipe to open camera option. It's on by default, but you can now choose to disable it. It's hard to get more classic iPhone than with a slide to unlock type gesture. And iOS 26.1 recently reintroduced the feature, but redeployed for alarms and timers. In iOS 26, the lock screen design for alarms and timers underwent a big change. The buttons to stop or snooze got huge. For some users, this redesign made it too easy to accidentally dismiss an alarm or timer. So as of iOS 26.1, the standard stop button has been replaced by a slide to stop gesture. If you don't like the change, however, you can go to Settings Accessibility Touch, find a way to reverse it. The new setting is called Prefer Single Touch Actions. Simply put, it makes sure that interface elements requiring a sliding action like the new alarm and timer screens use single tap buttons instead. Notifications have long offered a special accessibility feature that triggers an extra visual cue. You can set your iPhone's camera flash to go off when an alert comes in. This feature is great for the hard of hearing, but it's also just a nice option for making notifications pop. And in iOS 26.2, there's yet another new alternative along the same lines. Inside Settings Accessibility Audio Visual Flash, for alerts you'll see a new screen option. With screen toggled on, notifications will cause your iPhone's display to fully light up for a brief moment before returning to normal brightness. You can even pair it with the camera flash option to maximize the effect. The lock screen is one of the best ways you can personalize your iPhone's look and feel. And in iOS 26, Apple gave the lock screen's clock a special glass style. Recently, though, the slider for adjusting the clock's opacity was expanded to let you go more transparent or more opaque than before. Make sure your clock is set to the glass setting, not solid, then play around with it to find the right look for your lock screen. This updated slider is available no matter which font option you've chosen. Unfortunately, you can still only expand the clock size with the default font though.